think it feels different at all. I think that people would be like, Mark was the guy, but I think, me and Mark always said we had a good rotation going. I don't really say we had a starter last year, but people say it feels different, it feels different, but I don't think it is.
Coach Saban said that you probably played your best when he was out last year with the injury. Did you see it that way? Did you feel like you played your best ball right there?
Yeah, I kind of do, relate to what he's saying on that. I mean, because I know I had to put the team on my shoulders. I know the team was going to depend on me, and I know I didn't have nobody, I know I had people behind me. I knew we had different running backs and stuff, but it wasn't, Mark either. I mean, because, when I'm tired or Mark tired, we go in for each other and keep our legs fresh the whole game. Yeah, it's going to be like that this year. Just for this league, it is. Because you got a powerhouse conference, man. That's what we do. We run the ball in this league. I think farther like the Big 12 or something like that, you got the quarterback lead, or you got somebody going to throw the ball even more, going to be in the spread even more. But I think in this league, you're going to run a pistol or you're going to run the eye. You might get a shotgun sometimes, but I know you're going to run that ball.
Trent, can you talk about the depth of running backs, and particularly once the RFUs projected to be pretty high?
It's hard to lose a running back, man, especially a freshman like him coming in, and I know he's going to contribute to the team. But we have running backs, and we will play our running backs. We have Eddie Lace and Johnson Fowler. I know them boys will play, and we have some more running backs that's coming along. And I think they'll do pretty good too.
Trent, what's it like to be the first back in the rotation rather than the guy coming in? Do you feel like you can get in a rhythm quicker?
Yeah, I don't really take it different, man. It's being a guy coming in, because at the same time, I still got to line up and face against that defensive line or that defensive tackle or the linebacker. I still got to, make sure I make them miss.
What are some of the things you learned from Mark, playing with Mark? What are some things you learned from him?
To never get complacent and stay humble. Mark was a humble player. He was a tremendous player. And Mark, always kept us up, and, he always told me, it ain't nobody going to take you down at one time. There's no one player. And he always, stayed on top of me about that. And we out there doing reps or something like that, and he'll just make sure I go get an extra one. Just, he always going to tell me, hey, I want you to be better than me. It might be. That's Coach Saban. You got to ask Coach Saban about that. But other than that, man, I think our quarterback's going to be pretty fine, because I'm pretty comfortable with any one of them boys. And both of them boys are athletic. Both of them boys got strong arms, and they got good vision. They can see the coverage is pretty good, as what I can see. And them boys make smart decisions, so I'm not worried about the quarterback position at all.
Trent, Marcus Lattimore said that he was really wanting the Heisman Trophy. Is that one of the primary goals that you have?
It's not a primary goal. If it happens, it happens. For somebody to be like, they want it, that's a dream. That's the NCAA thing. You play on a PlayStation 3 or something like that. That's something that, I always grew up doing. But other than that, when it really come down to it, man, you got to make sure you win that game first. It's not just that one person going to win that thing anyway, because that's a team goal. That's a team thing, man. Because I don't think Mark would have been able to do it without the offensive line or our defense putting him on the field at the times he was in the game. So.
You guys open this in Arkansas. Looks like it's on pace. What are your thoughts on that? How much you guys focus on that in your summer?
Oh, man, we focus on that pretty hard, man. Like, we focus on any other team. And I know them boys are going to be pretty, strong this year. And they always strong every year. And they come with it every year. So I know we got to get after it. And I know they're going to try to get after us. They're going to try to, bang us up. And we're going to try to bang them up, too. I know they got a good running back. And I know they got a good offensive line. I know they got a good quarterback. And so we need our defense to stay on their jobs, and I know they're going to do it. And I know Dante's not going to let us down. And I know our defense is not. Mark Barron, our defense captain is going to stay on their butts. And I know me being a captain of offense, and we have a relay host, which I call him Nacho. We're going to stay on our offense, and we have Barry Jones. We're going to, just stay on every aspect we have, and just get better.
Trent, you and AJ have been tight since, going back. He was at your signing. A little part of you maybe wants him to win that quarterback battle.
I love AJ to play quarterback, and I love Phil Sanders. I love them boys both like their brother. But I mean, it really wouldn't matter. I mean, but AJ, you know, he's like my brother. We spent the night at each other's house when we was in high school, man. So it was like, I really don't care whoever win it, they win.
It's no big shock you guys are picked to win the SEC and probably going to be very high in the national polls. Kind of what's your thoughts on that?
It's like that every year, so it's not a shock to me. I mean, but at the same time, I know that we can't if everybody's choosing us to pick us to win that, we can't let them down. We can't let them down at all, and we got to make sure we take one game at a time, one day at a time, one practice at a time, and make sure we can reach that goal.
Do you feel more pressure this year because, like you said, you had been splitting time with Mark, and now you're first team all SEC, and there's guys that rushed 1,300 yards that are behind you on the list, but a lot of people are looking to you to kind of carry this team. Do you feel the pressure? I mean, do you feel that there's any more pressure this year compared to your first couple?
Is it pressure? I think it is gonna be pressure. I mean, but I don't even pay attention to the stuff they put out there. So, I mean, but I know I'm gonna play my game. I know I got an offensive line that's gonna be pretty good this year, and we got a quarterback gonna make smart decisions. So, I mean, I'm not worried about it at all.
Trent, is there an image or an experience, one of the tornadoes that stuck with you and sticks in your head?
Yeah, man. We had a long snapper. His girlfriend got snatched from a tornado, and that image is sticking in my head because, man, if you think about it, somebody you love snatched from you, man, that's something hard to come by. And then you have parents who's holding on to their kids in tornado, and most of the people you found, that wasn't there or missing was kids because parents are holding on to them and the wind's going 200 miles per hour. I have 2 little girls myself, so I can only imagine how they feel. I mean, because that's a tragic moment, man. It's a moment like, yeah, you holding your child and they getting snatched from you. That's something I would never put upon nobody, man. That's something it's very ugly. And so in that case, man, I had to, say, man, God bless all them folks, man, and I'm here for you if they need me, if they want to talk to me or something like that.
How's it felt to help out the community and help recover?
Oh, man, it felt good, man. I was out the next day walking around talking to people. I mean, for me to just see, like, if you ain't ever been in Tuscaloosa, you'll never know the buildings was there. You'll never know the houses was there. I mean, it's crazy out there, man. I mean, but I love going and helping people, and that's something I love to do, man. It's just, and they need it, man. I mean, they need the joy up in their life right now.
Does that make you guys do? I mean, I know you always want to win, but do you feel an extra motivation because that wins?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I know it makes me feel like that. I know the rest of the team's thinking like that because, I mean, them folks lost. You got folks out there that lost everything. And a lot of them folks look at Alabama football for everything. I mean, they was raised up Alabama football. So we're going to try to bring joy back to our community and where we stand at. And that's what we're just going to do, man. Yeah, I mean, I think they have. I mean, even with Auburn, they came down, they did some stuff in Tuscaloosa and, did some stuff and gave back. I mean, but I think it's all out of love, man, but I think it's going to be a big rivalry. And it's always going to be a big rivalry. Ain't nothing going to change in that aspect.
Trent, how good is the current stock of running backs? How good is the current stock of running backs throughout the conference?
Stock is up. I mean, the running backs we have, man, in our conference, man, they very downhill and they gonna run hard. They're hard-nosed runners, so I think the stock is up for our running backs in our league. Like I said, I don't think that one of our running backs is gonna be soft or gonna go, not hard on the play. I think they're gonna give it their all, and I think that's what people look at.
Is it better